for tuning in to episode 4 of Unsilenced Freedom. Yes, this is episode 4. Can you believe we've been doing this for about a month now?
Yeah, been a month.
Been a month now. We appreciate you guys for tuning in with us each week, taking out time out of your schedule to listen to us. Just listen to us, be transparent. Listen to us, give our story. Kelsey, can you remind them of what Unsilenced Freedom really is about?
Okay, when we came up with Unsilenced Freedom, it was more of like unsilencing hurt, like things you've been through. You know how sometimes we want to act like we perfect and we don't go through anything, and most of the time our silence is killing us, like destroying us, keeping us in prisons. So we decided that unsilencing our hurt and what we go through is actually unsilencing our freedom. So we're just trying to show you ways that we learn how to be free by being transparent, by sharing our story with different people, and that's pretty much where it came from. Unsilenced freedom.
Our freedom came from the honesty,
the honest part
of us, the vulnerable part of us. That's basically how we gained our freedom.
That's it. And
freedom does not come all at once. We want you guys to understand it's different levels, and it takes time. You gotta have a when you're delivering, when you become unsilenced, you gotta have somebody that you can really trust.
It has to be in a safe place.
A safe place, yes.
Yes. Once you talk about it, and you unsilence everything, you can't just tell anybody.
Yes.
Because it's not for everybody, but
that's where the levels come in.
That's where the levels come in.
Because at first you have to tell that one person really that you trust. And it's not just about domestic violence. It's about life struggles. It's about life hurt. Anything. You don't go public with everything. You tell that one person you're unsilencing something. You tell that one person that you feel that you can be vulnerable with, that you can be safe with. You tell that person,
so you can be free. Because that's the last step to it, is to be free.
Freedom.
When you can say that you're free.
Yes, that's exactly.
And that it no longer holds you hostage or hold chains on you or keep you bound. Yeah.
That's it. That's how you gain your freedom. And we are thankful to God. In all things, we always reference God first. And that's why we are able to sit before you week after week, being transparent and telling things that we went through, and telling you how things that we still go through in life, how we're going through them, and we're allowing you into our personal space.
Because we want you to go through these things gracefully. You know, we don't want you to fall apart. And I mean, if you fall apart, get back up. Like, don't quit. Don't throw in the towel. To be able, like on our first episode, it was perseverance. How to push through these things. So we're trying to just give y'all a little bit in on our life and show you how we had to push through on some things.
No matter what it is.
No matter what it is.
We got it. My favorite words is always trust the process.
Trust the process.
You'll hear me say that maybe in every episode, but that's how I live. I have to live life trusting the process.
Yes, and trusting in the Lord in the process.
In the process.
So He gave us this platform, so we using it to give it back to Him.
To give it to Him.
Yes, because all the glory belongs to God. It belongs to God.
Before we go any further, since we reference God in everything we do, we would like to invite you to church. If you don't have a church home, or if you're looking for a church home, or if you're looking for someone to visit, I'm a member of Trinity Outreach Church of God in Christ in Houston, Mississippi, under the leadership of Superintendent G.L. Huggins, where everybody is somebody, where the love is rich and the spirit is free. I've been attending Trinity for over probably 15 years, and I have grown so much spiritually. When I went there, I tell you, I was emotionally, I was gone. I was a wretch undone. But I just thank God that I can go and I can get spiritually fed every Wednesday and every Sunday. I worship. Our Sunday school first begins at 9:45, and our worship service is at 11. And if you can't attend my church, Kelsey.
Yes, I belong to House of Mercy in Houston, Mississippi, where Bishop-elect Stan Johnson and Lady Shay Johnson are my leaders. You're welcome to come any Sunday you want to. We have Sunday school, Bible class on Wednesdays, and our church service starts at where we do prayer at 9 o'clock on Sundays, and then we go right on into Sunday school, and then right on into worship. You're always welcome.
Always welcome. Both of them are in Houston, so you choose. You have a choice. You choose which one you would like to attend.
Come sit with me on Sunday.
Yes. And if you would like further information on either location,
just contact us.
Yes, contact us. We'll be glad to have you on in worship service or Wednesday night Bible study.
Yes.
It starts at 7.
At 7, and right now we're doing a series on the power of prayer. You're welcome to come join in if you want to know anything about prayer, because a lot of things we think we just go and just pray, but it's a lot of different things to learn about prayer and the power of prayer. So you can come join us on Wednesday nights also.
Yes. All right. With that being said, you got it notated down, right? We're gonna go on into our episode 4. Yes. Can you tell us what episode 4 is about?
Well, this episode is about your spiritual wellness, being spiritually healthy, the importance of it, and what that is pretty much staying close and staying connected to God. Because a lot of times we can go so far away and we become spiritually bankrupt. So, yeah, that's where we're at tonight, is just to let you know that it's so important to keep in contact with your spiritual wellness. Don't get too far away from God, because if you do, I'm not gonna say it's hard to get back to him, because he's always just a hand grab away from you. He's never too far away. But you will go through a lot being disconnected from God. It's just like Wi-Fi. You need to stay connected to the source.
Stay connected. Spiritual wellness is basically your purpose, your meaning, your meaning for life, meaning in life. It's good to have, just like being physically fit. It's good to be spiritually fit.
Right.
Wellness, be healthy in it. And if you think about it, if you've been following along with us, kind of when we talked about it, all 4 of them kind of intertwined together, because being spiritual wellness, you got to be able to keep a clear head.
That's right.
Keep a positive mind. Stay positive. Honestly, you got to talk to yourself sometimes.
You really do. You have to talk
to yourself. I do that. I do that a whole lot.
You have to slow down. You have to reflect, and it helps you discover your purpose.
Discover your purpose.
Like, you don't want to leave here without knowing your purpose.
Without knowing your purpose. Everybody, you were created. Hear me and hear me good. Right now, you may not have a job. You're raising those children on your own. You're behind on your bills. You're having to work from paycheck to paycheck. But guess what? You still have purpose.
You still have
You
purpose.
have purpose in life. You have you've tried to create small businesses, and you've did it and you failed. But guess what? You still have purpose. You've had job after job after job. Guess what? You have purpose. You have purpose. You may have got back in school and you didn't do as well as you thought you were going to do. Guess what? Get back up, go back, you still have purpose. You have purpose.
You have purpose.
Everything God created, he said was good. And if it was good, he created it with a purpose. He created, even that little ant have purpose. And so if that small ant has purpose, you have it as well.
You have it as well.
You have it as well. And so let's just try to take time out with our mind. And I think if we can get a grasp on our minds a lot, we allow our minds to wander off
and overload.
Yes. And if we can take time to relax our mind, meditation is good for spiritual wellness. Being with positive people, like we have already said, your circle, your faith that your faith that you claim, is good for your spiritual wellness.
And the most important thing is prayer, that connection, connection with God, that communication and staying connected to God. It would take you a long way, because what it is, once you stay connected to God, you learn so much more about yourself, like your strength, your weaknesses, and it helps you to, like, when you're going through traumas and stuff, just like, for instance, what I just went through with me, my kids, and my husband. If I hadn't stayed connected to God, I would have folded. Yes. I would have stayed in this house. I wouldn't have wanted to do anything. I wouldn't have got up putting clothes on or doing anything. But just because I was connected to the vine, stayed connected to the vine.
That's it.
I was able to pull out strength from everywhere. Yes. When I say God gave me some strength, I didn't even know that I had. So you have to stay connected to God, just to even your purpose, just even know your strengths, because sometimes your flaws get in the way of things you try to do. But if you stay connected to God, he'll let you know what it is you need to do. He'll let you know, well, that ain't your gift right there. I created you for something else. Back to purpose again. He'll let you know these things, and what it do, it keeps you from being anxious all the time. It keeps you from anxiety. It keeps you calm. It keeps you from all of that if you just stay connected with your spiritual wellness and your spiritual health.
And when you just said that, it made me think about, because we said purpose, and I can remember when you were in the hospital, it was like you got to keep going for your kids.
Had to keep going.
That was her purpose.
Yeah.
That her children.
It helps you find out your why.
Yes.
Like, why do I have to keep going? Why do I need to do this? Like, it helps you to really understand your whys.
And then on top of that, when we said your kids was your purpose, she had to make sure that her circle was of God. First of all,
they had to be built.
Her circle had to be built.
My connection.
She couldn't have those. Nobody that was wavering. She couldn't have no doubters around her, because first of all, when you're a doubter at times, the energy that you give off, the energy that you give off is. It rubs off at times on the next person.
It does.
If they're wavering,
you project that energy onto someone else.
Yes, but she had to make sure she stayed. Although she might have had a doubtful mind, I'm pretty sure she might have had a doubtful mind at times, but because of the people that her connection, like she said, the people that she was being around, and she was spiritually being fed. People come in to her moment after moment. Hang on in there. I'm praying for you. Yes. They giving her a dose of medicine every time they come in.
Basically when you can't really hold up for yourself, and
somebody else
able to hold you up.
Yes. And that's what basically spiritual wellness is. Accountability. Accountability. You go to a gym to get fit, and you have a trainer there. Right. They're helping you get physically fit. They're helping you, make sure you stay in your calorie deficit and all of that type of stuff, and make sure you work it out. Your connection. And that's the same thing. It is about your spiritual wellness, your soul. It matters. It matters. Yes, the music that you listen to is a part of your spiritual wellness. You know what?
What you let into your mind. Yeah.
Whenever I used to be down and out, and I go listen to sad love music, there's no way. Back in the day when I'm in when you kind of depressed, and you go listen to some sad love music, it took you on down.
It gonna take you on down.
Took you on down.
Y'all know what we talking about.
Yeah,
now.
it took you on down. It took you on down.
Down through there.
But you know what? Let's think about it. This is when I wasn't saved. I go to listening to that music, and I just be all crying in my room, and I just
but listen, spirits behind it.
Yeah, it does. But listen, whenever I know I'm good, and I go to listen to the crunk music, like I be ready to go. I was ready to go out. Mm-hmm. I was ready to go out. I'm good now. I'm fine now for the moment. Now that I'm saved, whenever I'm ready to worship God, my music, I listen to worship music. Mm-hmm. Something that I can cry out to God, that I can fall on my face. Something that I can just talk to Him and waddle in it. I listen to worship music. The music. Mm-hmm. See, I changed my music, and look what happened. Yeah. Look what happened. But music then whenever music is important, that saying, they say that was his area.
That's his area.
That's his area. And so I changed partners. I changed the music, but I changed partners with
and
it.
Teammates. You're on a new team.
Yeah, I'm on a new team. I'm on a new team. And so whenever I'm
the winning team.
And when I need some hype music in Christ, I listen to my hype music. I listen to my gospel hype music. Mm-hmm. Music matters. Your music that you listen to, I tell my children all the time, do you even know what you're listening to?
Be careful what you let in your ear gate.
It's a gate.
It's a gate. Yeah, it's a gate.
And it's open. It's open.
Yep.
So music is a part of your spiritual wellness. Mm-hmm. What else is a part of your spiritual wellness?
Another thing that's a part of your spiritual wellness, I take journaling as very important on spiritual wellness.
It sure is.
Yes, that's a way to talk to God. Just journaling and putting your feelings and emotions and stuff on paper, and talk to God. Yeah, through journaling.
Nature is too.
Nature. Yeah. Nature. Oh yeah.
Nature is.
I love nature. I sit on the porch all the time. I soak it up.
A lot of people don't think about it, but once you get out there and you get to walking, when I'm walking, I get to thinking, and I get to talking to myself, especially when I'm by myself. I walk and talk, and by the time I get home, even if something was troubling me, then it's at a calmer level. I'm at a calmer level.
The inner peace.
Yes, when you're walking, I count a lot when I walk. I do. It just came to me. I count a whole lot when I walk. Okay. And counting it. That's just like what are those? I can't think of the word for it, but like when your breathing techniques or something.
Yeah, taking deep breaths.
Deep breaths. But when I walk, when I'm by myself, I count a whole lot. I don't know why, but it clears your mind. Mm-hmm. It clears your mind. Walking clears your mind. Acts of kindness.
Yeah.
Because it kind of takes your mind off you.
Kind of what you got going on, and you're able to help somebody else in that moment. Yeah. You're able to help someone else. Mm-hmm.
That's another form of spiritual wellness.
And the way I see, the thing that's really good to me about spiritual wellness is it helps heal you. Mm-hmm. Like I'm so big on healing and because I came from a pretty rough childhood, made it out, did good. But at the same time, even though I came out, it was still areas in my life where I needed to heal. So being in tune with God and my connection with Him has actually helped me heal in a lot of areas that I needed healing in. So spiritual wellness and healing had so much connection to where I could just say that was the biggest thing for me, is just to heal. Because once you be able to heal, you could work more effectively for the kingdom, for Christ. You're able to work, because a lot of times you can work and you'll be working till you burn out. But if you heal properly and allow God to take you through, they allow you to come out of things that you have been through, you can really begin to minister effectively to people, because you don't want to be bleeding on everybody you don't want to bleed on everybody that you come in contact with.
Yes. And that's really what it is. That's what's wrong with a lot of us, honestly. I'm saying us because I feel that I've been there before. Like, you're not totally healed from your hurt and your trauma. And you go, that's just like a relationship.
Right.
If you're not totally healed from a relationship, then when you go into another relationship, you're going to go into it and you're going to you could possibly cause more damage in this relationship than you had in your previous one.
Right.
So spiritual wellness, we don't think about it, and we may not even look at it. We may do it and we may not think it's that, but spiritual wellness is important. It's important to your mind.
It is.
It's important to your body, because if your mind is not in a good place, in good state, you can get sick. You can get sick. It can stress
and depression. It can cause illness.
It causes, yes, like she said, illness. It can cause you to get sick. So it's so important to make sure your mind is in a good space. And even if you don't, even if you don't see it, you gotta believe it.
You gotta believe.
You gotta believe it.
Yeah.
That's it. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. That's Hebrews 11:1. I live by it. You gotta believe it. You don't have to see it, but you gotta believe it because of who you are.
And keep believing it. Yes, it's not I believe it today. I gotta constantly keep believing it until it happens.
Until it happens. I say that all the time. Until it happens, you gotta keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep saying it, until it becomes reality.
Write the vision and make it plain.
That's it. You gotta write it. That's
write
it.
it down. Yeah.
That's basically it. You gotta believe it.
And it's basically just like the Wi-Fi box. You get too far away from it, you lose connection. You gotta come back. You gotta stay connected. And the way you stay connected is through reflecting, through meditating, through praying, through journaling, through connections, your friends, family, people that's gonna uplift you and not be against you. Gotta know who real and who ain't.
And another thing,
you gotta know who
learning to forgive.
Learning to forgive.
It's gonna help.
It's gonna help.
It's gonna improve your spiritual wellness.
Yes, forgiveness is so important.
Ouch. Me.
And my pastor, he always told us to forgive instantly. Because if you forgive instantly, then it won't grow in your heart. When they do it to you, you forgive them then, and it won't grow hard in your heart.
Oh, yes. I will say, I have been throughout life. That's been a struggle. It's not that I don't forgive you, but I don't want to let you by me. I don't want to let you close to me anymore. Because I lose that trust.
Yeah.
I lose that trust. So it's like I forgave you, but it was always something there.
It was always something there.
There was always something there. And I can say, when I learned to really, really forgive, domestic violence did help that.
Okay, that's good.
It helped.
That's good.
Learning to forgive and then have a conversation with no bitterness in your heart.
Right.
Have no bitterness. Wish nothing bad on who you feel was the enemy. That's forgiveness. That is forgiveness.
Unforgiveness keep you stuck.
It keeps you stuck.
It keeps you from receiving your blessing also.
Yes, it does.
Mm-hmm.
So let's think about it. Are we forgiving like we need to? Are we connected to the right people? Are we the music that we're listening to? I would get up. I haven't did it this school year, but I would get up in the mornings and I would play some positive music before, while I'm getting a shower, while I'm getting ready, while I'm fixing my tea. I would try to play positive music just to start my day off. I would read my devotion, and I would play it, let it play throughout the house.
Yeah.
Because I needed God to purify the air in my
That's
home.
right.
You know, although my children, I'm pretty sure that wouldn't have been their choice of music to listen to that morning, but I needed God to purify the air in my home every morning. So I would play some music just to get our day started.
You have to begin your day with God and
Begin
end
it with
Him.
Him. Begin it with Him. You're right, ending it with Him. Sometimes we forget that He let us wake up, but we had so many minutes and seconds through the day to not make it home, to lay back in our beds. So that's a good reason to be able to end our day with Him.
And learn to slow down.
Yes. Amber,
Kelsey.
See, you got to minister to
even
yourself.
in the wheelchair. Slow down, chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to slow down. You have to slow down because that's like Amber said in the last episode. We're in a hustle and bustle. What you say?
Hustle and bustle world.
Yeah, hustle and bustle world.
That's what my pastor say all the time.
Hustle, okay. You gotta learn to slow down and reflect. I mean, just you get too busy doing nothing. Nothing. You doing nothing. Slow down.
My mind, a lot of times, when it's season, like when the kids playing sports, and Womp got to be somewhere, and the twins got to be somewhere, and it's an engagement somewhere, like my mind constantly.
Overload. Just,
yes.
Been there.
I'm constantly thinking, Lord, if I do this, I got 40 minutes to get here. Honey, I even wake up, look at GPS. How long did it take to get from here to here? Okay, I get there, do this, get to A to B. And sometimes, I'll be honest, I'll be like, listen, just let me get through this day. Let me just breathe. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Cause I don't want to miss nothing. I don't want to miss nothing. And when I tell you I be rolling, I would be rolling trying to get to everything, cause I didn't want to miss anything. But like she said, we gotta breathe. We gotta take time out to breathe.
It's too many burnt. Too many Christians that's really just burnt out, just spiritually bankrupt. But you can't minister properly in that condition.
You cannot.
You cannot not running on zero fumes.
Nothing can run off zero fumes. Nothing.
You can only go so far.
That's it.
And then that go back to self-care too, self-love from our last episode.
Yes.
Taking care of yourself, learning to wind down and think about your physical health and your mental health, and just take time to slow down and declutter your life. What needs to go, what needs to stay. I'm pretty sure it's a lot of stuff that's just taking place in your life and taking up space in your life that you can actually declutter. It shouldn't even be there.
Get rid of.
It's stuff you picked up you should have never picked up. Drop it. That's what I'm gonna say. Drop it today.
Drop it. Okay.
Drop it.
Well, if you didn't hear anything
because it may be taking up space for what God is trying to do.
That's it. And that matters for your spiritual wellness.
Yes, your spiritual wellness. It matters.
Anything that's decluttered, anything that's taking up space, you need to declutter.
Declutter, yeah.
Yes.
And I guarantee you'll find your mind and everything else in a whole better space. Like you will be so much better off, like mentally, just if you just clear your mind, clear the space. People taking up space, things taking up space. Once you declutter, you'll feel a whole lot better, and you can be able to heal.
We allow, when you said people, we often allow people to take up space that it wasn't even designed for them, period. And I'm not just talking about a relationship. I'm talking about friendship. I'm talking about everything. We give people space that they're not. Everybody has a season.
Some of them season over.
Yes, it's
some of their seasons are over.
It's supposed to been gone. Spring don't last all year long. Summer don't last all year long. Winter nor fall, neither one of them lasts all year long. So it's time to declutter certain relationships. If it's not enhancing you, if it's not beneficial, if it's not helping you, and it's pulling you down, and it's always you got to be the ear and you never can be the mouth, declutter. Now, it's okay to be a listening ear, because some people was designed, but you got to know the balance.
You got to know. You got to balance this thing.
You got to balance it, because let me tell you something. If you're taking a lot in your ear, you're taking on somebody else's burden. That your spiritual wellness matter.
And a lot of times you may not even be equipped for that.
No.
You may not be equipped for it.
And you taking all that on.
Don't take on all that.
Including what you got going on. And all they want to do is just pour on you. Pour on you. Baby, put it on what? Do not disturb. Don't answer.
Plant the seed and keep it moving.
Yes, that's it right there. That's it, because somebody else need to water it.
Somebody else need
to water it.
It's not your job to stand over it and make sure that it come through the dirt.
That's it right there. You planted it, somebody else watered it, and it'll grow.
Yeah.
It will grow. I promise you, it'll grow. But don't allow them to affect your spiritual wellness. Don't allow them to hinder you. Don't. We're in a season of growing. We're in a season of prospering.
Being in our rightful place where God needs us to be. Yeah,
we're in a season of purpose. Your purpose is not to carry their burdens. Your purpose is not to just be there for them 24/7. What about you? Who's going to be there? You got to take care of you.
And even when they call and just pick up the phone and they just get to talk and start talking, you make them respect you.
Yes.
You let them know, you know what? They don't even know what kind of state of mind you're in. Tell them, you know what? I can't handle it today.
Yes. And it's okay.
You have to call back another day.
It's okay.
It's okay. They can't just pick up the phone and just start going off and telling you their problems and this, and that. They haven't even asked you were you okay or if you are available to take on all of that.
How was your day
sometimes we're not available to even take on all of that.
Yes. If they don't care enough to ask you how your day was.
Right.
Remember, your spiritual wellness matter. All of this is we're still in the same area. It's the same area. You got to learn the balance. You got to learn what's important and what's not important. Being connected to the right people, is that one of your right connections? Find somebody that you can positively connect to that with purpose. With purpose. You know what? That's just like your party crew. If it's a crew you hang with to go out every Saturday, and that's not what you want to do in life anymore, you got to find you a different circle. You want, not saying that I'm not talking against anybody that party every Saturday. I'm just saying, if a person in general, that's their normal crew. They party every Saturday, but you want to change something. You gotta get connected with somebody else. Don't be afraid. Make that move. Get connected. Your spiritual wellness matter. You gotta grow. That's about your season. That means your season is about to change. You were in the summer. Hey, you moved on to the next season because you no longer want to hang with that crew anymore.
You grew apart.
You grew apart.
It's fine.
It don't make you any better. I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you that it's time to find another crew. Get with somebody that want to go where you're trying to go to. That's it.
That's all.
That's it. And you know better. It's not that you know better.
Circle back around to freedom. Being
That's
free.
it. That's it.
Freedom.
If they only call you when it's time to borrow something, you got to find you another crew. You got to find you somebody else to mingle with. You got to find somebody else to get connections with. Because guess what? Stuff like that mess with you mentally.
Yes.
It mess with your mental state.
Yes, it does.
And your mental state matters. It does. Your mental state matters. Being able to balance life, it's rough at times. Being able to balance life. So your mental state matters. So make sure you take out time for you. Remember, journaling, walking, your crew you hang with. First thing, put God first. Put God first. We appreciate you guys for joining us on today. Kelsey, do you have anything else you would like to say?
I think we done pretty summed it up for tonight.
We appreciate
you guys.
For just listening to us, taking our time.
And we hope that we have helped you in some kind of way. Some
kind of shape, form, or fashion. Share. Share this with someone that it may uplift them and give them a brighter day. Until next time, may God bless you. May God keep you. And stay encouraged. Stay encouraged. Be blessed.
Be blessed. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.